Time to flip this situation on its head. It's your controller who needs to give you the reason.
Oh God, be serious. You're not suggesting this is about nominalism, are you?
You're not suggesting it. She is.
I have no idea what it means. Personally, I don't even think the bursars know. They just heard it somewhere one day and started repeating it.
Mimetic contagion. A massive risk to any modern organization.
But that's the thing with these new watchwords. All you have to do is say, "This initiative supports our nominal pillar," and they'll throw gobs of resources at you, whether anything comes of it or not. You know, it feels a bit like casting a magic spell. A very cynical one, that grants you loads of money without obligation. I feel slightly disgusted with myself, but maybe with all that money I can get some less abrasive soap from the commissary. I let the bursar's office know we've discovered an unexpectedly nominal dimension to this assignment. Hopefully that should be worth a decent infusion for your purposes.
There is something incredibly satisfying about making that nom sound. You should do it some more, just to see what happens.
Nom 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 nom.
So good. You could do this forever.
Nama nama nama. Nama mama. Nom nom nom. Enjoy your infusion. Get yourself something nice. Yes? What do you need? And? Of course. Trouble with the bank. Unsurprising. Have you tried checking the post boxes? Any envelopes in there will have names and addresses. For God's sake, Cascade. Somewhere in the housing campaign. Very well. Fine.
Even more daunting than collecting, such a set is the task of arranging and displaying it. Unless, of course, you rotate them regularly.
I suppose that's a reasonable goal, so long as you don't lose sight of your assignment.
In the event you are zeroed out, your brain will be bequeathed to the opera's semioticians so they may study the precise cause of this extremely contemporary psychosis.
Was there anything else? I'd have to check the records. Why the sudden interest?
Probable service history is required reading for controllers. She's stalling you. There is a 0% possibility that probable, statistically the opera's most valuable performer in '66, was here on babysitter duty.
I'm afraid so, Cascade. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I don't know who you're referring to. If he is, and if he did, then there won't be any record of him in the Remembrancer's archives. Meaning that, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't exist at all. Which isn't to say he couldn't be useful to you.
Something in her tone makes you imagine her winking at you.
So you have yourself a magic spell. Careful how you use it. One wrong word and you've cursed yourself instead.
No, entities are the lowest forms of matter in the Operant Bureau's extended cosmology, reserved for traitors, falsifiers, and thieves.
An imaginary friend who's actually useful. Wish I had one of those.
Oppose sentimental figments incompatible with a materialist worldview.
Did who reach out, Operant?
The window rattles. Some night-bound animal scratches at the door.
Oh, you're still talking about the imaginary man. Sorry, thought we'd moved on. Yes?
You're not getting through her. She's way better at this than you.
There's nothing to forget. Now, what else is on your mind? I know it failed. I know it nearly tanked Portofiero's economy and sent Nestor packing for the last time. Why the interest?
Why the interest in space? Look at it. What's it doing up there? What if it's just a big painting?
Is that surprising? Project Autonomia was a big deal. Portofiero was meant to join the first rung of nations. It was going to become a scientific and engineering power. Plus, it was going to really stick it to their old Lucian colonizers. Instead,
A woman glides upside down, chanting. The sun revolves outside the window.
yes, boom boom. How do you mean more? You're saying instead of a failure, it was actually a success?
Intense skepticism. She's worried you're developing a logical framework to apply to your own assignment.
Maybe on its face, but then those were boom years. Credit was cheap, Nestor was on his decadent phase. Why not blow hundreds of millions of sol on a prestige play? Most people can't handle the thought of their own failures. They bottle them up, or submerge themselves in them, or blame transnational capital, or simply run away from them. Why should nations be any different? Luck and skill up.
The stereo is right where you left. You place the disc into the drawer and press play. The track begins to play.
Burned out in the haze of it all, long distance calls, tapping the phone like a snare drum, lying at the foot of the bed, moon turning red, no vessel lullabies hum, and there's no checkpoint blues. I got no back blues. Oh, come on, honey, we'll take off running in our party shoes. All that I hear lately is my super block, baby. Cold or hot, the world could stop for
You step away.
Hello again. What will it be? See you.
Cascade, I half thought you weren't going to come. I know you didn't zero me out, but I thought maybe someone else would come.
He knows he's a loose end, and he knows what happens to loose ends. Every time that door has been opened over the past few days, it has been another opera assassin. He has been killed countless times over the past few days.
Really?
Hope. The possibility of death in hostile rather than friendly hands is presently a comfort.
As long as we fuck them up first. I don't know. I'm kind of familiar with everything I see, but I don't know anything. Everything's new, but not in an exciting way.
Unfamiliarity without novelty. A hell of alienation.
The memories are still unfolding. Every day I remember something new, but I can tell some of it is real and some of it isn't. Some, I think, are real memories, but of things I've dreamt, not lived. Or you have. Well, today I woke up with a mental image of a man lying in a bed, no trousers on, drool leaking out of the corner of his mouth. It wasn't until I saw myself in the mirror that I realized that's me. It was the memory of myself through your eyes that I was seeing. So that part's real, but then it all gets mixed up. I seem to remember trying to feed him some sort of pills and then waiting to see if if I got an erection. Bizarre.
No hint of accusation. He's convinced he is misremembering somehow.
And did I... Everything seems to be in its place now. You want to know the worst part? When I think of that drooling man on the bed, all I feel is curiosity and revulsion. Like I was looking at a specimen in a jar.
You remember the feeling of inert pseudopod, at once mundane and disturbing, like some piece of surrealist human furniture.
But when I think of myself, of you, I also feel just shame and loathing. So it's like I got a double dose. I appreciate that, Cascade. The one part that is mine. I still don't like how that drooling man looks. I would rather look like you.
He strips you naked with his gaze, on his expression a desire that is not lust, as though at a mirror that refused to respond to his movements.
I wouldn't know what to do. Maybe I'll just shave my head so as not to be left with this bald spot. Of course, I don't know many things, Cascade, but I know that it's important for me that I finish this. For us, I guess. Yeah, of course. Wait. Not everyone. There's this one asset who I really, really loathe. I don't have her name. So you do know who I'm talking about. Huh. Now that I think of it, I don't even have her face. Just a strong feeling of being judged by someone boring, and the desire to punch her in the face. Esti. No, she's the only one, I think. That'll be a question for if we survive.
He half hopes he won't. It would solve all his problems. A simple bullet to the head. He nods silently.
Wait, what? But is that normal? I'm not sure people do that to each other.
All frames of reference have gone to shit. He's second-guessing his every conception of basic social norms.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice, given you're my lead and all. Now do I get to rub something of yours? I'm here. Cascade. I'm here.
Mal credito, no problemo. A small image of a grinning man with an aggressive pompadour tosses fistfuls of coins at you. The financial citizen. Buy now, pay later. Beneath him, a rusted mail slot welcomes loan applications. Unlikely. The slot is too narrow and the chamber within too deep. A quick appraisal reveals 2 heavyweight locks. You'd be here for hours. An envoy of the so-called developed world. Kurt wasn't looking at his eyes. He was looking at the stack of paper clutched in his fists. Behold, the new seduction. A young man stares at the advertisement, dry-mouthed. Between his legs, he can feel the stirring of a novel infatuation. The end point of Emter's core psychophilosophy. Turning want into need. All disputes fall under the credit provider's local arbitration. Any further details about the credit provider are nowhere to be found. This is a facade, a translucent mask. Because he is an operand, and this is an astral door, a dead drop operated by a predatory foreign financial entity. The 6 letters flash across your mind. Capitalized, bolded, underlined. Who else? This credit provider is a limp in-joke from the Empire Sound territoire. You notice now that his wide grin doesn't quite reach his eyes. Enemies all the time. The girl's greatest inheritance from Tempo after the 3-pack-a-day habit. The metal flap creaks open. The gold around the rim is stained with bronze and scuffed with scratches. The blade of light catches crimson plastic, a red disc, marked with the words Ultra Violeta, followed by you but from a dream. A tensing in your gut as another piece of the Doom puzzle slots into place. The very same. Still doesn't explain why he wasn't wearing trousers. You gather your thoughts, staving off the final insight. Begin here. The weird man in headphones is an MTER operand. That much is clear from this astral door. Logical succession. Most important part of the job. The matching discs cannot be a coincidence. The headphone man and pseudopod must have made contact. Reactionary consorting. 2 spies make contact and only one walks away. Even though pseudopod still technically breathes. Correct. Next up, how? Armed technology. Metaphysical ruin. Red for danger. Red for a bearer of the plague. And now you've all but proved it. Tempo's deal has many levels and many ripples. There is a part of it you don't understand yet. The imprinting device. But something else too. Something behind the device. Or yours. The girl hasn't given you the full story, that's for sure. She's protecting something. Something else. Something deeper. Quick fingers of wind pluck the aerotram wires above you. The city hems you in. All of its potential escape routes suddenly seem like doors crudely painted on brick walls. She could use it. Behind the facade, her small hand is outstretched in desperation. The pompadour man looks expectantly over your shoulder, his gaze alight. Your arm is extended. You hold a gun at the end of it. The gun is pointing at your own back. Predictive reinforcement, a honed skill. Someone has you in their sights. Your body tenses under threat. Long-range missiles launched. Sound the sirens. You have a sliver of time in which to react. The span of a single mental event. One fluid motion, sweep and turn. The bullet cracks into the wall beside you, followed by the thunderclap of the gunshot. Darkness on the edge of your peripheral vision as the center sharpens to a scalpel point. You lock eyes with a man in a long coat. The eyes are pale blue, water under ice. Around his neck are a large pair of headphones. His face is impassive as he holds a strange gun on you. Warning shot, not kill. There's barely enough time for a response. He looks confused for a moment, then ducks and disappears through a metal door to the side of the rooftop. As he goes, you catch a flash of vivid colored lining on the inside of his coat. Slowly, then all at once, the world fades back in. Far more vivid than before. You are alone again. The grinning financial citizen. The grinning...
Yo, Hirsch.
The girl pauses for a drag as a passing aero tram whines and screeches above.
Is Marco all right?
She's concerned about Marco, the espionage voyeur.
Okay, that's good, thanks.
A nod, uncharacteristic gratitude.
He actually shot you. Hardcore, Hirsch. Very cool. You sure it wasn't a warning shot? Fuck the teacher. I don't like teachers on principle. I could have sworn the headphone guy was with the Luthians, but you say Emperor again. Either way, it doesn't matter. He's a midnight prick like you. Yeah, 'cause of Tempo's deal with the old guy. Thought he was one of their agents, maybe. An actual good one. Again? Hirsch, are you living in a reality where the fucking has stopped? A reality in which the fuck is paused? But this makes zero sense. Why would the M-Cons be so interested in our deal?
The girl considers you for a long moment, then shrugs and crushes her cigarette.
Maybe Tempo didn't pay back a loan or something. Who needs banks anyway? Money in the mattress.
This is all laid out in front of you. A map of islands with unmarked bridges. Take it from the top. Does it seem like your former asset thought this one through? A hurried, desperate backup. Yet the practical logistics of the scheme were planned long in advance. This reveals the fundamental truth. And yeah, in the slow dip of silence, a piano melody lulls through a thin wall. That's why she was there, which leaves a single question.
I was wondering when you were gonna ask that. This whole fuck show started when we brought... Actually, better if I just show you.
The shadow of a passing aero tram flashes across the girl's face, like a zoetrope as she glances up.
Follow me. And Hirsch, be cool.
The girl mashes the ends of her cigarette into the tabletop and glances at you once more as she rises. The girl leaves a strange cord hanging in the air as she turns to face you.
Yana, who's this?
Her gaze has both hold and fight. It takes effort to meet it evenly.
This is Hirsch. She's a friend of Temple's. Friend of mine. Might be able to help us.
Yes, it is.
The tyrant queen of the world's wounded heart.
I told you to be cool.
Hello, Hirsch. It's nice to meet you. You're not an ultra, then?
Doesn't care for that collective noun.
I think most of them focus on the wrong things. But then, who am I to tell them where to look? Sorry, I've been told I can come across a little cold at first. Call me V. Cool. I'd like that.
You can't quite shake the feeling that this girl is seeing visions of your death as you talk and keeping them all to herself. New songs, same old spells.
So what are you doing here, Hirsch? How does she know about the plan?
Because Hirsch is a communist spy.
Oh, cool.
Genuine. You've intrigued a famous person.
Because Temple said he'd get me far away, with proper exit papers and everything. It seemed like the best shot at getting out.
Raw deal, she thinks. But still a deal.
Eastern Republics was the play, very casual on their entry requirements. Best shot, like V said.
So I took it. I trusted Tempo, and now I'm stuck here.
V's no spy, Hirsch. She barely registers international politics.
That's right. I don't find all that stuff very compelling. I'm just trying to get out. I know. Pretty funny.
If Luth is out there looking for a group of non-existent countercultural cunts, all the better for us.
Lou said it, but they don't really believe it. They just want any excuse to operate on foreign territory. Vaguer the better.
As I said, all the better for us.
We're still not safe, Yana. Our secret police, they look everywhere. They're very scary. The actual singing was way down the list of what I was, or what I am, or what I represent. A singer. I'm getting out of La Luz, and out of my own shadow. I'm getting away from Ultravioleta. Some people will do anything to meet me, you know. But as soon as they do, a little light goes out in their eyes. Then a part of them wishes they'd never met me at all.
An enviable life, if you squint.
Those same people would have raised me just so they could discover me all over again. Or kill me so I could never make a bad song. Never get old. Never be more or less than a dream beyond their reach. Fuck them.
The word sounds blasphemous coming from her mouth. A criminal frill down the upper inside of your thigh.
Say what? Fuck?
Oh, yes. Yes. She needs to make a recording of that.
Maybe that sounds harsh, but honestly, that's how I think sometimes. I just can't ever show it. Money for what? Some kind of dream chasing as you slowly forget everything that made you worthy in the first place. That will not be me. I see those artists recording pale imitations in cold studios and then going back to the big houses that their real work paid for. Houses haunted by younger versions of themselves. No, they don't. Sometimes we pretend, but deep down we know it all. When it's gone for good. Maybe I am. But believe it or not, Hersh, even pop stars can think critically sometimes. Right. Then you might accidentally become a critic. The most terrible fate of all. I didn't fake every tear, but I faked a lot of them.
I'm still going to get her to the Eastern Republics. This is just a whatever the fuck, creative stopgap.
I believe her. Yana's my S tier.
Looking at the two girls, you are reminded that all your close relationships have ended in either tragedy or miscommunication. Usually both. The gang knows gang when we see it.
I will. We will.
Becoming a hyper-tier artist at the apex of her fame and talent. Yeah, I volunteered. But as it shook out, I'm a gay middle-aged bootlegger with a nicotine dependency. Funny the little ways life fucks you.
It's her life. If she wants to bleach it away, that's her call.
Plastic surgery for the soul. Botched job. The other girl looks down and instinctively reaches for her cigarette packet.
Negotiations? That's what managers are for. Okay, done.
Pretty simple when you break it down. V's still V, I'm Tempo, and Tempo's dead. Scheme fucking busted.
Busted. I'm not sure it even really happened. First thing the instructors do in La Fábrica is take away your name and give you one of theirs. The place where all L-pop stars are trained. Viciously competitive, but very thrilling.
She loved every moment.
Yes, Hirsch, they really were. So much promise in them. And at the end, there was a 20-girl deathmatch, and the final survivor got a record deal.
Big ticket pay-per-view. Unmissable.
No, of course not, Hirsch.
You wonder vaguely what your name would have been if you too shined bright enough for pop star school.
I went in when I was 6 years old. So all this kind of seems like it's happening to someone else. Some girl called Violeta. And I don't want to be her anymore. Where did you get that?
Like an unfavorable omen.
I'm just surprised to see it. I was sure my record label shelved it. I don't think you're supposed to have that. Nobody is. Because it's not finished. I never actually heard the final mix. You should ask Espada Records. I don't control the masters.
Hold up. Timing is too clear-cut. She sabotaged the release by disappearing.
I had a very bad feeling about it. So yes, good point, Hirsch. It would be very strange for them to release a song with the artist missing in action. You, but from a dream.
The world slows for a fraction of a moment before jolting back into real time.
There was this recording engineer on it, Paulo. He was really sweet. Then one day there was this new guy, Fondo. He was less sweet. And then at the end, this big minister turned up at the studio to listen to some of the mixes. That was extra weird.
Music falls under culture. This minister must be Reyes, your quarry.
Facundo Reyes, that's him. Very old, like most of them. Polite, too. Minister of Mass Culture, something like that. Before he left, he cleared out all the other people from the studio and sat with me in the recording room. Just me and him and all these wires and cold instruments.
It was eerie, she thinks. A silencing of all music amid the man's gravitational pull.
He told me how much he was looking forward to this song. How important it would be for Luz. He said it would be the soundtrack to Reunion.
In a dim recording studio in the Lucian capital of Cicatrice Frontera, a young girl and an old man discuss an unfolding of light, a cultural hypernova, a map across the stars, the war address, general and champion.
There was some talk of a concert in space too. The whole thing seemed off. Or maybe way too on? Sorry, I can't really explain it. I heard it from my publicist, but Donatella's always saying stuff like that. Only about a quarter of it ever happens.
Ultra Violeta live from high lunar orbit.
Does it? Maybe I'm overreacting then. I don't deal with the schedules, so I wouldn't know anything about that. How do you know Minister Reyes, by the way?
Yes, big league shit. Making fucking moves, Hirsch.
Kill Minister Reyes? An assassination?
Intriguing stagecraft opera, telling the possible techno-fascist asset about the secret plan to kill a member of her government.
I can't help you with any of that, Hirsch. Please, leave me out of it. I'm in enough trouble as it is. But I think our secret police will kill you first. They are very diligent. My bodyguard was an ex-member. Be careful, Hirsch. I like you better alive. I've heard something like that before, yes. Sorry, Hirsch, I'm not really into politics. Isn't everywhere? What do you mean, took out? Oh my god.
Are you serious, Hirsch? A disc? Fuck me.
Yana, I don't know anything about this. I think music can give you a soul, not just save it. But yes, that would mean you can take it back too. So this disc badly hurt your friend?
Fucked him up.
I'm very sorry to hear that. No idea at all. There are hundreds of bootlegs out there of my work. That might not even be me on there.
As Petra told you, Einzelton XR is immune to bootlegging.
Then maybe someone tampered with it? I just recorded a song, Hirsch, like I always do. I'm sorry about your friend, but I don't know why my music would do that.
A thin film of tears forms across her eyes.
That's not what I want for my music. Not at all. Another reason I should leave it all behind. Please don't mention it again.
Nothing from Earth. That's the horror of it.
All time and place before you. Luminous. Sense and no sense. Cosmology of a dream you may have lived and may yet live again. Lyrics I didn't write, but I did. I don't know. The world? The stars? Shared dreams pass round from consciousness to consciousness, covered with invisible fingerprints.
Or maybe only one core dream, iterated upon every night by the sleeping millions. A communal painting on the courtyard wall of a lunatic asylum.
I imagined I was floating on the edge of a black hole, moments before falling through, and the stars were chanting at my back. Maybe those lyrics, maybe something else. I don't know what happened after that, just that it had already happened.
The eternal zero. Light would fold in on itself, dragging time behind it. Face first along the concrete of the cosmos. In front of you would be true dark, but if you only looked behind, you would be the last witness to the culmination of the universe. The spool running clear of the lie. The back of your own head. And for close to 1,000 years, to the awestruck below, you would be visible on the precipice as a slow-motion recording. A monument to the terror and the wonder too.
I thought it was all a little scary, to be honest. Beautiful though. I'm very sorry about your partner, Hersh. Honestly, I never meant to hurt anyone, but I didn't really write that song. Something else did. It's not mine. Please don't mention it again. Great. The very thing I'm trying to outrun is right outside the door. They're kind of obsessive. And I don't know. I think some of the music's meaning gets lost. I think they take the wrong things from it.
She's uncomfy.
Yeah, you're right, Hersh. I can't control it. Well, I can, actually. I can flee the state and never come back. Random acts of self-annihilation are not unheard of in the Ultra community. I don't like it when it happens. But now and again, it does happen, yes. I get letters too. These days they screen them to keep away the worst.
Another thing she's trying to outrun.
Not the music itself, I don't think. But if it brushes up against some damaged part of you, you're dealing with a human soul, Hersh. Gets mucky in there. I've had a couple of stalkers, but nothing serious. My security takes care of them pretty quick, usually.
She's a state asset. The Weeping Eye would handle any external threats with prejudice.
But 2 years ago, a girl did kill herself at one of my concerts. With a handgun. Yeah. Third row. Looking straight at me. Leonor Sousa. She was 15 years old.
Fuck, I didn't know that, V.
I didn't play a show for 6 months after that.
Didn't go outside either.
I never actually said that. It was some nothing phrase that the PR team came up with last album cycle. Sadly, it stuck. By the autumn, they'll have forgotten why they liked it. Moonglow will no longer be Moonglow.
Don't lump me in with those skanky cunts, Hersh.
How do you mean, Hersh?
It's kind of different, Hersh. I didn't want to be V. I just wanted to be anybody but me. As you can tell, because I fan-shifted fucking Tempo instead.
I knew you both, Yana, before the imprinting. You're not just Tempo or Yana. You're your own person now. A two-tone kaleidoscope.
The girl throws a quick glance at the pop star and half a smile.
I agree. I won't miss them. Easy. Keep running, all the way to the Eastern Republics. A good music scene. And a distant shore. I never thought of myself like that. But yeah, fugitive.
A fugitive from one empire or another. Do angels ever truly know if they're moving through the living or the dead?
And a little braver.
One very at odds with the atmosphere in the room.
As long as I have something that makes sound by my side, I'm not afraid to disappear. Trying to, yeah. Are you familiar with the old material?
Salt the earth. Reject youth culture. The spell of the new is the trick of the enemy.
People get weird sometimes. You're not going to get weird, are you? Cool. Some freaks don't take no for an answer. Anyway, L-pop's all sad, but not all bad. I brought a few good songs here and there.
A couple she's very proud of, even.
Most L-pop artists go through intense training, yes. But we all write our own material. That's an important part of what they teach us, alongside the dance routines. Creative expression, freedom, courage. Something created by a committee will always have a hole in the center. everyone can sense it. Something that comes from a heart we have. A heart. Person to person. It's nice. A little intimidating too. I don't want to just play sad music anymore, but it's the only color I've known. I'm trying to...
She plays a few slow bars, using both hands this time. Bass joins treble, emotion forms from thin air. It reminds you of the final line of a poem. Funeral playlist, coffin outro.
That's because it's a sweet melody. I could put down 100 of those. I've been playing piano since I was 5 years old. I don't know. People call me a perfectionist. Be a perfectionist or be one of the others. That's what I think. I think the world has too much music. It's everywhere. Shops, restaurants, cafes, rooftops, lifts. Yana tells me even the aerotrams have music players now. Why?
The answer is obvious. To keep the masses under dim sedation.
Yes, exactly. Some kind of numbing agent. The very opposite of what music should be. I'm a solo artist. I don't have a band, just collaborators.
Solo. Mega disregard for the sound gang and their contributions.
Gang? How they play is important to me. I fired a lot of people. It's hard to find good players, you know? Most of them are technically competent, but they're missing something. I was far closer to my dancers. They're the ones you breathe in sync with up there. Aurelia, Misty, Lulu, Marla. I miss those girls. I hope they're alright.
4 young women bound in holding cells. The interrogations have not yet been violent, but they have been ruthless. Despite the concerted efforts of the Weeping Eye, none of the 4 have revealed any information about the sudden disappearance of their lead artist. The pop star leans forwards and takes in each of the faces carefully.
This is a good photo. It has feel. You were close to each other.
Close enough to touch shadows. Close enough for it to hurt.
And there is 6 of them. That's all you need. More than most people get out of a lifetime.
The photograph is hard to look at, but easy to touch. When your fingers find its edges, a kind of strength charges through them.
Thanks for showing me, Hersh. No, mostly I think about the mistakes. Notes I sang slightly off. Songs that needed an extra verse, half a bridge. Album names I settled for when I knew I should have pushed further. You built beautiful cathedrals to compromise. I can't stand myself sometimes. The weakness, the mundanity. No, they all have to be good. If they're not, I'd rather give up now and never play another note. A lack of vision, that's the thing I can't forgive. In myself and in others. Indifference and disinterest.
The pop star has nothing further to say on the subject.
Okay.
This girl was adrift and in dire need of a collab. Time to make your mark. Culturally. Long submerged dreams of pop stardom float to the surface of your consciousness like drowned corpses.
We can just call it L-pop. What would you like to know? The genre is maybe 30 years old, I would say. Year 65 sounds right.
As old as her, she is L-pop.
It evolved from traditional Lucian funeral ballads, but the instrumentation is all synthesizers. That's how you can date it. Certain synth sounds for certain years. The earliest songs followed the Lusa Requiem form too, with extended overtures before the verse kicked in. These days, they're more classically pop in their structure. At the beginning, it was more independent, but after a decade or so, it exploded. For the last 20 years, L-pop's reigned supreme. Of course, that's the beating heart of L-pop. Something has been lost.
A little grave in the heart.
Sorry, I'm not the best at explaining the intent. I'd rather let my music do the talking, or the feeling. But I do know this. Melancholy is the heart of the genre. If you don't reckon with melancholy, you'll never be touched by L-pop. Of course it is, but it gets sweeter the more intimately you know it. A song can communicate with you like it was made only for you. It's a psychic medium. L-pop will catch you unawares if you're not careful.
Fluent in memory, speaks ghost, has conversational dream.
If you want to be roused, first you have to be asleep, right? First you have to touch dream.
The party never sleeps. It is always roused. Listening to music that reinforces negative emotion is bourgeois moping.
Most of them, yes. They've tried various formations over the years. Groups, male duos, twins. But the biggest names in L-pop are girls for sure. 16 to 30. Most of us become managers or choreographers. With respect, fuck that. My life, mostly. What else is there to write about?
Sex. Failure. The working class.
I've just met you, Hersh. But never say never. I've written songs about people that they'll never know are about them. Is this about your old friends from the photo? You'll realign, Hersh. I know you will. I can understand why it's there. A lot of people are scared of La Luz. But I'd like L-pop to spread further across the world, as far as it can go. There should be no blockade on music, no limit to where art can reach. I took some inspiration from an old Lucian death rite. It dictates that you cover all mirrors in a shroud for 3 days after someone has died, to make sure that that person doesn't get trapped in the reflection. You don't see it much in the cities anymore, but in the smaller towns and villages. I remember they did it at my grandmother's funeral. I found it very striking as a child.
A 6-year-old girl slowly lifts the corner of a heavy white sheet with frayed edges. Behind the sheet is a mirror. There is no one else in the living room. The girl catches a glimpse of herself and drops the sheet in shock.
Anyway, I had this dream one night where I was trapped in the moon. Inside, like a gigantic mirror ball. It was more like a nightmare, to be honest. And so I thought, when I die, someone needs to cover the moon with a giant shroud for 3 days, so I don't get trapped in there.
True dark. No light in the night sky but the dead stars.
Then I took that image and wrote the song. I think it's relatable. Can't argue with the charts. There's an element of propaganda, yes. Unavoidable in a state which actually values its culture.
Not speaking with its champion soldier, its glass cannon.
Thanks. things, but I'm not out of it yet. One foot still trapped.
1 foot in the Empire, 1 foot in a shadow.
I don't think anyone keeps a record of that. Maybe. You'd have to ask the Ministry of Mass Culture. No problem, Hirsch. Okay. They may be stronger than you're looking for, though. On occasion, I fuck with a golem. I appreciate anything that comes from the heart. Anything that's not commodified. They're a perfect counterforce to my music also. Melancholic rage against melancholic emptiness.
Desolation in different seasons.
I listen to them before going on stage sometimes. They emotionally tune me. It's weird. I can't describe it, but it works. Yeah, real feel. Oh, yes. I used to have posters of Mimi on my wall when I was younger, right above my bed. I really respect her. She fought to produce her own record when she was just 21. Somehow they let her. But her production was so avant-garde that people who bought the album thought there was something sonically wrong with it.
Bending the gear to her will. Nice.
I can't imagine anything cooler. No. Scum synth?
You watch her nose physically turn upwards a few degrees.
What a juvenile title. Super Block Baby? No, I don't think I have. Sorry. Like you, Hirsch.
Gulag.
Nice.
Double gulag.
How does Super Block Baby go?
Here we go. The spontaneous audition that launched 1,000 collabs. The pop star hums the melody back at you. And then again, a couple of steps slower.
Nice melody. Lyrics need work. No problem, Hirsch. Sweet dreams, Hirsch. Hirsch.
This girl is no longer a pop star. She is a liminal artist caught in a liminal space. She doesn't need help with the work, but with identity.
Hirsch, don't be a dickhead. I asked you to be cool.
It's okay, Yana. I've been asking myself that same question. I've got a notebook full of ideas, but none of them feel like me. Cascade. Not bad. How come?
Because you fear it carries a curse. Cascade. Emissary of failure, death, and the plague of human disunion.
Difficult second album. Won't know until you try. But I think you do have to try. Thanks, Hirsch. Cascade. In Iluminado, cascade would be cascatear. Cascatear. You know, that kind of speaks to me.
Yeah, not bad at all. You could even split it. Casca, tier.
You could. Yeah, pretty good, Yana. Nice. No final decisions yet, obviously. I'm very early in the process. But this was fun, Hirsch. Thank you. Sweet dream.
Remember, Hirsch, no weird shit around V. Later, Hirsch.
Purple plastic shimmers as you approach. Tucked to the side is a worn black sticker. UV. Tall. Could it? Could it be? The brand plate identifies this as a Kagami 7X60. Look closer. This is the Kagami 7X60 Rainbow, Ultravioleta's signature edition. A ceremonial blade for the High Priestess of Electropop. She may fall on it, ward against the spell of the new, reject youth culture. Achieve something worth commemorating in keyboard form. Like some really good spying. Sold with defects, prone to malfunctioning. And yet, the one they all covet, valuable not despite its flaws, but because of them. Limited run, collector's edition, sold out on pre-order before it hits the shelves. One of the under-theorized appeals of Lusian electropop, the quality of modern Lusian instruments, mixing desks, even their cabling, is unmatched. Obsession with foreign imports, self-critique immediately. Some tools make the work feel cooler though. Some tools are limited edition. A tool has no intrinsic value. This includes, but is not limited to, instruments, weapons, and people.
Many. I take it on tour and have it set up in the hotel room. I basically wrote all of Flower and the Precipice on this, during the Missing Glance tour in '94.
Flower on the Precipice has Holding Hands with Strangers on it. That's one of his biggest songs.
And Yana's favorite.
Has a nice line in it, actually, in the bridge. Could you fall to the very bottom of yourself and stand up in one piece?
Thank you, Yana. I like that one too.
I'll let you know when I hit it. Bracing for fucking impact.
Falling forever through infinite distance. It might not even feel like you are falling at all.
You brush your finger into the nearest key. A light, airy tone glistens across the room. Middle A. Good start.
Hirsch, what are you doing?
Hirsch, stop.
This little weirdo thinks she owns music now.
We're watching you do it. This is an everything crisis. Mental, creative, communist, she snapped. V, we might have to get physical here.
The melody you've been unconsciously constructing suddenly unfurls itself in your mind. 2 notes to stick the landing. She softly hums your notes back to you, then nods once.
Yeah, nice.
Least it's over.
The young pop star untenses as you step back from her instrument. The stall remains as haphazard as ever, its payment bucket near empty. Depends on how much you enjoy predictable pursuits of serial killers, variably through occult forests and the urban stage. Unfortunately, the stall's offerings look pretty bare. Nothing catches your eye. Here's a mystery for you. Why is an operant cascade focusing on the assignment? By far the largest collection, you see a wild range of material, from an anti-aging guide to a series of books all by the same author, Vitor Kampf, a prominent Lusian philosopher whose works have occasionally crossed over into international interest. You may remember him from such court cases as Camp vs. Santos Electronics LLC and Camp vs. State Marriage Licensing Board. The court cases found that he wasn't motivated economically. It was more of a mechanophilic interest that got out of hand. The man's a role model. He has much to teach you. He leers up at you from the cover, in high contrast black and white, glossy and concupiscent. Underneath it is stated, the philosophical bad boy for our times. Technically, he married the cash register, so at least they weren't living in sin. A thinker and a lover of the first order. By far the largest Nothing. You flick past the foreword, written by a prominent plastic surgeon, and into the table of contents. Soy and you, smoking, the real enemy. Are the injections failing, or is it stress? Why you should drink more water. But what does Mother think? Absolutely not. Even by the most generous medical recommendation. Nothing to that effect is written here. Instead, backed with a ton of evidence, the book simply states that smoking gives you wrinkles. The book is silent, though a sticker on the back cover would like to remind you that it spent 50 weeks on the bestseller charts. A large collection of self-help. A large space is allocated to the genre, but most of the books have been taken. Only a few worn stragglers remain. One of them doesn't even have any pages, just a dust jacket. People hunger for that happily ever after, especially when they're in a place that makes it seem so unlikely for them. A shelf of scuffed books are united by their preference for black and apocalyptic reds. On their spines, a series of grandiose words large enough to fill the universe. Equivalency, Heracles, Vantalangicon, Annihilation, Singularity, Nanoscale, Hyperdrive. Two of the titles stand out to you above the others. Light March of the Chosen and Greed in the Interzone. Pulpy space opera, not at its finest. The characters are heavily stereotypical, the plot is erratic, and there are spelling errors on nearly every page. A bunch of religious cultists travel through outer space in search of what they believe to be their god, that end up being swallowed by a planet. No, it turns out the planet is their god. They end up inside the belly of paradise and live there forever. Totally. It's a shame the word planet is mistyped as plant on the final page. Part of the charm of the mass market paperback. A proper copy edit would have sucked all the juice out. Despite its dull cover, it seems to be an outright attack on the current state of reality, realized as an adventure through a futuristic city that thrives on depravity. A notorious Lusian novelist and heroin addict. After her work attracted the attention of the Ministry of Mass Culture, Barseed was forced to flee for the relative protection of the Eastern Republics. The author photo shows her sat on a disheveled bed, about to jab a needle into her arm, biting a tourniquet wrapped tightly around the target limb. Between all the gay sex, violence, and drug taking, there's a serious point about how we're being held back by the unfettered impulses of the ruling class. It's not much different to a modern-day city, except the laws are much more lax, and what would be considered immoral now has become fairly normal. None, so far as you can tell. It's just episodic atrocities and gratuitous acts of obscenity. It's not us that's obscene, it's the age. We're just fitting in. If anything, he would object to labeling it fiction. The book resumes its place. Hundreds of printed material. You flip through this. You turn. Go Eyes taps his watch and shakes.
Elvis.
The container is empty. Raw information atomizes itself.
Cascade. Larkins.
The heifer coffee lady and watch a part of you left behind, shining bright across the room. The bed welcomes. The stillness of the room. You return to the phone. You need.
I'll print. Yes. Something for you in the I'll be here.
A single sheet of paper line. At the top of the page is a header next to a grayscale logo you can't make out. Portofino Cosmonautics and Space Exploration, Payload and Ballistics. Silo 1, Sublevel 4, Pete Ultract Portofino. Cascade. Possess information critical. go all the way down. Miho. Miho. Who know? Likely an acronym, not a person. Major Investigations Home Office. Many illicit Herschel's offensive. Malodorous, insufferable, humiliating onanism. My intrepid homosexual orgy. Monaxial intelligence and hermetic operations. That one feels right. And it's definitely less dumb. Only one way to find out. Portofero cosmonautics and space exploration. Not a letterhead that sees much use these days. The site of the failed launch. It was abandoned soon after. These days, it's a wasteland of space metal and local myth. This Miho entity is waiting for you at the dark end of the silo. Your landlady glances up, then quickly looks back down with a non-committal shrug. Silence is the best method to retain plausible deniability. You make short work of the cheap paper. Soon the sheet is a sodden ball of matter between your teeth. You swallow it down in one go, taking any secrets with you. Your throat the dark silo of your own forgotten body. You turn away from the fax machine. His smirk's gone. Just a tight line now. Barely there. No cologne today. Only a faint metallic scent.
I'm standing, but more importantly, look, I don't know how to ask this, but I need 100 soul before I can hand this over.
Funny. Didn't seem like he had any problems asking that. His balance is off today. He's favoring his left leg like the right one can't be trusted. Like it hurts.
The aforementioned complications. I'm sorry, baby girl. It is what it is. Standard Portofino bullshit is what? The meat was in the lot behind Mezquita al Nur, a mosque in the old Viudas, way east. Tourists don't go there. Hell, most Portofirans don't. Poorer than the rest. Used to be butchers and livestock there. Slaughter lanes, lime tanks, cold rooms. Not a place for living these days. But people do. Anyway, the guy holding wasn't the guy selling. Wrong voice, wrong accent, wrong smell, you know. Doubt he had your order, so I walked.
Old Viuda shifted around him. There was a route traced for him, but he veered off. Around the corner, a car kept waiting. Engine ticking. In the trunk, carpet and old robe.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Paid off a logistics clerk down in Kizak. Works one of the port depots. But open it for me. A few hundred souls for 20 minutes. Yeah.
He's tired. The kind of tired that comes from surviving the wrong version of the night. He wants you to think it was simple, but it wasn't. He is lying to you, but not in the way you think. His night was worse than that. He took some genuine risks to get you this gun. He's been through a lot worse. It's written across his face.
Everything okay over there?
He takes the cash, neatly, and tucks it into his vest.
Swear on Rostam's name. You won't regret this.
Triple stitched premium nylon. Expensive. Inside, a familiar sight. A Roram Mac 12B. Heavy framed, semi-automatic. Manufactured in Kino's Gambit. Slide coated in dark grey finish. Fixed barrels ported. Machined for high accuracy pressure. The killer inside you grins. Next to the weapon, two 12-round magazines wrapped in waxed paper. The young man studies you, not daring to ask. He came through.
I'm sorry about the, unexpected fuckery.
The look of a kid pretending to be an adult in a room full of consequences.
I'm getting that sense, yeah. So, you off, baby girl? Or you want to chat some more? You know I'm always here for you.
And just like that, warmth radiates from him once more. If only it were that easy for you.
I'll be seeing you.
Oh, it's you. What takes your fancy? Fair warning, wear those too much and they'll give you a nasty headache. That'll look funny on you, yeah. You need anything else? Thanks first.
Wolf time.
The children ignore.
You have returned for...
He flicks his ears in excitement.
False wolf admired. Must trade fair.
The monkey's eyes go wide, its head tilting side to side.
More hair.
He cups the moustache in his devious palm, stroking it like a hamster. He digs the wolf cup out of the pile and throws it into the air, watching with glee as you scramble to catch it.
Pointy goblet repelled! Farewell, combatant.
Cascade. Has the time come?
Without a word. He keeps staring down into the table as
I'm here.
the brightly cut. You're in the clear. You repeat the same. You turn up.
Hey, Stardust. You just keep blowing back. Obviously, it's where they train all the L-pop stars. Everyone who's worth listening to comes out of there. I wish I'd been born in La Luz. Why not? Girls like us? We're probably not hyper tier. Like almost no one is hyper tier, obviously. Or it wouldn't be hyper tier. But I heard if you don't make it all the way in La Fabrica, you can still become a dancer or even a background singer. Oh, what happened? In the body? Oh, not Moonglow. Oh, to be honest, actually getting shot would be more Moonglow. That's even less Moonglow. Basically, no glow at all.
Serious question. Should we ask him to shoot us? If we went to the hospital, maybe UV would come and visit for the PR op. Oh. For real? Whatever.
Ew. So hot. Wait, the partner was a guy, right?
He dominated him. That can happen with guys. Easy for you to say. You're all haggard. We're prime targets for creepy men. We don't give a shit what your boring jobs are. You're the one who brought him up. Sure.
Hey, Stardust.
Shut your lying whore mouth.
Stop talking like that. UV would never. But yeah, you're being a lying whore and you should shut your mouth.
Sure.
Back again, are we? This is what's there for you. Well,
He circles.
personal, yes? Of course you...
You again. There always one. Bring it. Good. Bet you do. Is it? Ah, shit. Yeah, I'll Septimus. The old man fucking hates me, right? Good on him. Good instincts. I'm a fucking clown. Who are you then? Who are you to Carolina? Bzzz. Wrong. Try again. Shit, I know you. You're the mentor, yeah? From when she left university?
His tone changes as your identity dawns on him. Wary, curious, teetering on the edge of hostile.
Shit, you're back.
In his tone, there's a spark of excitement not sufficiently smothered by anger.
You're not going anywhere near her. She hasn't been the same since she got mixed up in your balaclava bullshit. Nothing much, lucky for you. Little stories, things you said. Always she's fucking wasted as fuck, by the way. But I know she started with her depression times around when you left. She was tortured, you fetid hag. Fucking cut up by those Lucian fucks. Weeping eye.
Don't act surprised. The network was blown. This was inevitable. You once heard an old hand say that the tortured walked their own province.
Sadistic shit, right? Real shit. The kind that comes back to night fuck you. You made my girlfriend crazy. Which, no, she's cool. She's fucking hardcore. But also, you should feel bad, bitch. She's got scars meant for you. I should be stringing you up with nipple clamps and a car battery. Lucky for you, I'm a fucking pussy.
He finds his girlfriend's dark past equal parts enraging and intriguing. He was born within one, knows little else.
Carolina's in the back with the bootlegging equipment. But it's a no-access zone for you. Back up. None shall pass. You got severely limited vision. This bootlegging shit, rank as it may be, this is strictly phase 1. Psycho market research and capital formation.
Translation: they have no ideas and no money.
Original features, you obvious bitch. Septimismo Productions. Skrrrt. Gonna rehab the fuck out of this place too. Turn it into a proper studio. Gonna have producers and groupies and monks and shit lurking about all hours.
The fantasy of the eternal studio hang is more vivid in his mind than any actual production that might occur there.
Then comes phase 3, youth movements, an actual 24/7 party scene, streetwear labels, good blow. She's fucking masterminding it. She's like the heart-brain glue that holds it all together. By reputation only. The big man's Petra's problem, not mine.
He has no idea how many parts of his life bear your fingerprints. Carolina's never told him that tempo was your asset too.
They iced the big boss? Shit. Not exactly Mr. Popularity, am I? That one twitchy old cow won't even talk to me. By reputation only. Heard a lot of bitching about him from Petre, though. Nah, he's too fond of the taste of his own ass. But he's not a bad guy.
One of the few people he can call anything close to a friend.
I bring her the tapes and the discs. She does all the format conversion, the copying, the editing. I've got an arrangement with the boatman.
Closing the neat nutritional loop as the culture digests itself.
Once Karoshka's done and the discs are playable on local hardware, I sell them back to the bazaar. And at home, I provide the ambiance. Like, what radar? Oh, the big bad culture blockade or whatever? Get out of here with that pussy shit. Carabineros, GMs, whoever. They get absolutely sopping wet for this shit. Just like anyone else. Alright. Trying to change the subject, eh? Butter me the fuck up? Fine.
He's much more comfortable with this line of inquiry.
Bring it. That's your spy name? Open your mouth. Show me the molars. Window to the soul. Open up.
He arches up on his toes, squints into the moist black cavern of your mouth.
Be sicker with the definite article. V Cascade.
Blatantly incorrect. Evidence of a malformed creative spirit.
Good. No fucking way.
He's a little afraid of you.
I'm quivering in my fucking 600 soul tennis shoes. I don't care how cool your black bag shit is. She's been very bad. Got a bit better. Still bad. Seeing you might just set us back to day fucking one.
Beneath his self-deprecating exterior, there is something genuine, sensitive, loving, hopeful. It's the part that desperately wants to hear the whole sordid tale. He's a grown man dressing and acting like a teenager, under the protective bluster, the anti-establishment bullshit. Portofiero's most hated toddler is powerless. He can't help her. He's tried.
Spent a lot of time on fucking the people you drag into your shit, have you? In your long storied career as the Fuinier de Merde?
An old-school derogatory term for spies. Most likely overheard during one of his father's notorious tirades.
You knew she'd be messed up when she came here, even if you didn't know how she got that way. She talks about you all the fucking time. You know that too?
All the time.
Fair fucking warning. I tried everything. Flowers, stimulants, weed, missionary sex, little bracelet with her name on it. Nothing works. She's through there. See if you can talk to her. You make things worse instead of I'm fucking her though. And I'm coming for you, alright? Yeah, I know. But I'm watching.